Hey everyone, Jim the Occasional Woodturner here is just a little educational video for myself and for anybody else who may just be starting and or might just come up upon these things. So before I left for a TDY, I wound up milling some cherry wood, and I bent my blade when I turned my blade. So that's one thing, safety. Make sure you're on a flat surface is a little off, and that's why it kind of pulled the blade and bent it. Nobody got hurt, everybody's fine, that's fine, but at the end of the day, you gotta change a blade, and I went to go put in a new blade and tighten the tension coil, and it's frozen solid. A little bit of research showed me that if you can see in there, you have threads. Some of these ones that came with the original tension rods, they just go down into a bolt, and they can just get all jammed up, or a thread snaps, or whatever happens after time, it just happens. So what I wound up doing is called Peachtree Woodworking. Those guys are great. Called the guy and picked out the best known. So I got a Carter product, Accurite ratchet rod. I didn't want this top. I wanted a more of a wheel kind of one, because if you have any kind of arthritis or anything, I don't, but it just in the future I can always change it out. But he didn't have that this time. But these are the Acme threaded rods, which supposedly don't jam, and I heard nothing but great things about them. I also went ahead, since I was taking this thing apart, I upgraded to a Cobra coil, which it's more of a square coil compared to the old ones in there, and they provide more precise pressure. So what you have to do in order to change these, as you can see my blade's still on, it locked up the way it is. There's a nut here. It's just above hand tightened, because otherwise when it's turning it'll just lock itself, so make sure you don't tighten it too much when you put it back on. You're going to take this wheel off and check the bearings in there, make sure they're not bad. If they are, you just order new ones, they're not too expensive. I'm going to take the blade off, but in order to do that you have to take this whole assembly off to get to this. So you take off your screws for the blade guard, everything down there, and you take off the door latch, and this whole thing's going to come off when I take everything off, and then I'll show some more.